Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. Alright, so we're doing this video on a P0304 code. And if you guys have this issue, you guys probably have a check engine light on your dash and your car is probably driving really crappy. But we're going to discuss what the code is and how you guys can fix it. Basically, if you guys have a P0304 code, what's going to happen is you're going to get a check engine light on your dash. You might even get a blinking check engine light on your dash, and you probably get some knocking noises coming from your engine, or it's going to be running rough. It's going to be sounding rough, and you're probably not going to be able to drive it all that good. And it just might die out on you every once in a while. However, you probably know this if you plug in the obd-ii scanner and this code came up and you're wondering what it is. Basically, this is a misfire on cylinder 4. Now, if this is the only code that you have on your obd-ii scanner, then it's probably not the big problem that you guys think it is in your head, because it probably sounds worse than what it is. Basically, if you guys have a vehicle that is a bit older, maybe over 100,000 miles or whatever, you're going to get these codes because the spark plug and the coils do go bad. All right, you probably should get a tune-up every 125,000 miles. And it's probably just, if you just get that code alone, P0304, if that's the only code you get, it's probably just an easy fix for the most part. If your spark plug and your coil easy to get to for the most part. So basically, it could either be one of two things, either the spark plug or the coil itself. Now, buying the spark plug is not too expensive. You guys get an AutoZone in any of those places. Getting the coil itself from AutoZone in any of those places, they're going to run you like 120 or something like that, to 140. You get a 6-pack or 4-pack or an 8-pack on eBay. You probably get 4 for like $60. And they'll just throw in a bunch of spark plugs. Okay. But if you're in that situation where you guys do not want to spend like 140 on a coil, I'm going to tell you guys what you guys can do to try to fix the problem until you guys can get the coils, because you guys going to probably need to change the coil out and the spark plug, even if you actually get it to work properly. All right. So basically, what you guys can do is you guys can take the spark plug, the coil out, and then swap it for another cylinder that doesn't have a code. And if you still have that P0304 code on that cylinder, it's probably the spark plug itself. However, if that code switches to a P0302 or wherever that swap out was, then it's probably the coil that has the problem. Now, what you guys can do in this situation is you guys can try to spray some electronic cleaner inside the coil. You guys can try to take the spark plug out and clean the spark plug with a metal brush, pop it back in, pop the coil back in, and hopefully that works out for you. There's a slight chance that it could work out for you. Now, if it doesn't, then you're going to have to go and get the coil, or you can just wait and get it from eBay. It'll take you like a week to get it. But in any case, if you guys have that P0304 code and that's the only code you get, it's not the worst situation in the world. However, if you guys do get this code with multiple other cylinder misfire codes, like maybe 2, maybe an extra 1, it could be because those coils and spark plugs need to be swapped out too. So you probably just need a tune-up as far as, you know, changing all the spark plugs and the coils, and maybe just getting your car tuned up. However, if you get this code P0304 and a bunch of other codes, P0301 for misfires, and then you get a P0300 code for random misfire, then there's it's probably not your spark plug or coil. It's probably something a lot more on the lines of a random misfire caused by like a vacuum leak, maybe some vacuum tube got brittle and it broke off, or maybe there's a leak in the manifold gasket, or maybe there's a maybe there could be some other more serious issues with your engine, particularly if you see a gasket, oily engine, a gasket leak and stuff like that. You might want to just look more into it, particularly if you get those codes with an extra code that has nothing to do with a misfire. You definitely want to look into that. But if you only have this P0304 code, don't worry about it. It's not the biggest problem in the world. Probably should not be driving your vehicle that way, although you kind of can if you want to get back home. If you're a couple miles from home, you kind of can, but it's going to be just an absolutely awful, disastrous drive. You might, what you might want to do is you might just want to just drive it to like an auto zone, pick up the coil, pick up the spark plug. If you're mechanically inclined. If you're not, you're going to drive it to, like, you know, a shop or whatever, and they'll probably just rip you off too with the labor. But in any case, not the biggest problem in the world. It doesn't mean that your engine's going bad. It just means that you need to change out your coil or your spark plug. Now, if this has helped you guys out in any way, definitely drop a comment in the comment section. If you guys have any personal experiences with this, let us know. And it might help somebody else out. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate your time, guys. Take care.